welcome back to good old 709 Meridian, an audio commentary podcast. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew,
Hello.
and we're back with our next entry in our summer of duologies, late summer of duologies, early fall. You make the call. Um, we're taking up residence in the States now. We're free of Skull Island, and we're back home with the king himself, Kong. You see, last we left Kong, he died, and well, this is King Kong Lives of 1986.
So the tagline for this movie is America's biggest hero is back and he's not happy. Rewind, if you would, to the year 1996. It was an era before Entertainment Weekly. Was Entertainment
86.
Tonight 86, that too. Okay, 86 was before Entertainment Weekly, 96 was not.
Yeah, 96 was the thick of it.
Yeah. So this just appeared. Like King Kong Lives. Movies could just appear. And we talked about this in some of our other episodes where,
Here's the thing with King Kong Lives. It was also cross-promoted because 86 was the first year Universal Hollywood had added King Kong attraction to their studio tour.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. So Dino was like, people will have gone on the fucking ride and they will go see the movie. The ride that makes me almost no money because of my deal with Paramount. Because despite Dino produced stuff for studios. Like we talked about it last week. He did some other stuff there. But by the 80s, he'd set up his own company. Now, the most successful? Well, no, Shy People is canon, right?
I think so.
Okay. So in this era, you had basically Dino playing Canon, and Canon was basically playing, they had their own sort of thing they were doing, but they were a spin-off of the Salkinds in a way too. And so it was all this.
Salkinds were sort of, they were pretty much sort of prestige version of all of those guys.
Yeah, that would go away with Superman or Santa Claus, the movie.
Yeah, but, Santa Claus got.
Yeah, but like you had this really weird, not weird. It was an international flair to producing movies for Americans. So that was just very interesting that you would have this. And we'd see it, some of the business stuff, and we talked about this before, you'd see it with Carolico. And it's that you sell your international rights for a ton of money, and then you use that money to make the movie.
Something else,
or something else, or you put it down the line and you make a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie with Albert Pune. But the De Laurentiis stuff seemed very American. It seemed very specifically American. This bedroom window is, shot on location in Baltimore.
Well, he shot over here, and a lot of his work had people that were known. They may not have been stars, but they were known and they were affordable.
Yeah. So it's like, it wasn't quite the same thing. And I don't think there was ever like a TV. Dino De Laurentiis basically made really good, or really made more prestigious USA original movies of the 1990s. So your cable movie on USA, which would have a familiar star, but not necessarily one.
Yeah, nobody that was huge.
Right. Nobody was huge, but USA would make TV movies, and then these people would be out there, and it would, it wouldn't be a Canadian TV movie. Basically, Dino De Laurentiis just isn't Canadian. He's still not Canadian.
No.
So yeah. And this stars Linda Hamilton in one of her. So now, Linda Hamilton, what people don't realize is that she was a big TV star. She was a genre TV star of the 80s
Yeah.
with Beauty and the Beast, which, if I've ever seen, I have forgotten. But it was basically like it was like it had a really pretty significant cult following for the 80s, which was not an
It's like
era.
a romantic police procedural almost.
Okay.
Uh,
Was she a cop?
I don't, I don't see. I can't remember.
He
Maybe she
lived in the
was.
sewers. You want to talk
Yeah,
blue lights of Crystal Lake? Go watch some
yeah. There
clips
was
from that.
just a big
Was that
community of
Perlman?
people in the sewers. Yeah, that was Perlman. That was his
Wow.
big. You know, that was his breakout.
Thought it was Michael Bolton. Okay. So the hair. Yeah. So she had not disappeared. Like in history at this point, Linda Hamilton was in Terminator, she was in Terminator 2, and she was in Terminator 8 or whatever. Like nobody remembers her from anything. And sadly, her acting has not improved very much. She's on Resident Alien and she's just as flat as
Really?
ever. Yeah,
Mm,
she's she plays a heavy. It's too bad. It should be Joan Allen, but they can't afford her. Though they do wrap it into the whole like it's a stunt cast thing, which
mhm.
works for these things now. But anyway, so yeah, and you had Brian Kerwin, who was sort of what do we say? He was like your he was your bottom of the line Harrison
Yeah.
Ford fill in.
If you can't get Kurt Russell or bring Jeff Bridges back,
Right,
or even Dennis Quaid is doing
right,
Jaws 3 or
right.
whatever, then here you go.
Okay, counterpoint. This movie should have starred Dennis Quaid and Bess Armstrong playing their characters from Jaws 3 fighting King Kong. Okay. And oh God, there's still Queen Kong. All right. Well, you know what?
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Are you ready?
Yeah, yeah, why not?
All right. Starting in three, two, one, play. Um, oh sure. Studio Canal. Yeah, right. Um, So, funny trivia note about the home video releases of King Kong Lives. It was very early to sell through, I remember. Like it was one of the I think it had like your EP copy out, but it was an SP because it was like they printed too many and not sold enough.
Hmm.
But sometime in the late 90s, I was emailing with some Laserdisc company that was doing special editions, and I mentioned that they should try to do the TV cut of King Kong.
Uh,
And they were like, we were actually offered King Kong Lives, but there was no way we were going to do that. I was like, come on, nobody else is ever going to release that shit. And the special edition has finally come out from Umbrella in Australia, and there are no like they have a stills gallery, but they got not all the studio shit's long gone. So
hmm.
like, okay, so here's the end of King Kong, 1976.
Yeah, big recap because sequels were big on recaps in the 80s.
I think that is what Stallone's kind of most significant filmmaking legacy is
Yeah.
the recap. Because, like, you had it in this, you had it in all the Karate Kid movies. It it became such a joke that, like, if you cut the recap out of Rocky 4, you're down to 70 minutes. Like, and that was not how, I mean, The Godfather didn't do that. And
Huh.
Star Wars would have been the obvious one to do something like that and did not. We gotta watch the credits for how this footage is credited because
All right. Do they get a returning into the Cobras?
yeah,
Jeff Bridges and Jessica Lange? because they're using that footage.
Yeah, you're using that footage. Okay, now what's oh, it's all about how sad it is that he dies, and Jessica Lange has this moment. Guess what? Doesn't matter because Jessica
Mm,
Lange's not back, dude. Like,
no.
here we go. Listen to that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just pretty John Scott music. He did was it People That Time Forgot actually has a really good score.
Mm.
He did that. One of the other big differences between when the first one came out and this one was opening credits had become like more of a thing thanks to Superman and
Yeah,
Star Wars.
this has a pretty bland.
Yeah,
It's almost like it feels like a TV movie almost.
yeah, like a sci-fi original movie they would have been proud of, like at the very beginning. But we have Carlo Rambaldi back, and
Baldy.
so that was what De Laurentiis's big thing is, because what we have here is we do have a giant Kong model there.
Yeah, but
It's
it looks just like a big patch of fur
yeah.
just sitting on a.
And so that was clearly what Dino thought they needed to do. And Dino was probably wrong. Um, this one is written by Ronald Shusett and Stephen Pressfield, who I believe wrote their other claims to fame are some Chuck Norris movies, but Ronald Shusett's the guy who co-wrote Alien with Dan O'Bannon. So
Hmm.
like there's like some weird genre cred, and then John Gullerman coming off of Sheena. But even if we look at this, this is another good example of how you can't really pan and scan this and get the whole bit.
No.
Hey, hold on. Wait for a surprise here.
Hey, look.
Guess what? It's a fucking girl. It's a girl doctor. So that dude played the dad in some movies. Was he like the father-in-law in the Father the Bride
Mustache guy.
remake? Yeah, mustache guy. And he
Yeah,
gave
he
he
was the jerky somebody.
yeah, he had some interview about how the most he ever made off this movie in residuals was 7 cents. And he put it up on the and he framed it.
Mm. Well, you're in a movie called King Kong Lives.
Yeah,
Damn
you
it.
kind of need that's kind of the problem with it is it's like it's not serious and it's not campy in the right way. Like
It's regardless, it's a tone shift from the first one because
mhm.
there's no, the first one was pretty big, wasn't it? Back then,
Yeah, it was a hit.
it was a hit. And then you go from that to Lady Kong.
Speaking of which, here she comes.
Right.
So here we have Brian Kerwin as Indiana Jones, Z-list Indiana Jones here. So he's actually well, no,
Oh,
modern day.
he's Jack Colton
Right, he's like he's a D-list Jack Colton, and
with his mules.
so had Murphy's Romance even come out yet? Yeah, it had.
Yeah, that was 85, I think.
Yeah. So at best, he was. I don't know. What was his. What, I mean, he became like a dad in movies 2 years after this, right? Like,
Movies and TV shows.
so he Did he start on soaps? He probably started on soaps. A lot of these guys, your good looking blonde boys, just started on soaps. And,
Well, there she is.
you know, we've got our hand back again. This came out in December of 1996.
86, man.
Okay, so we got like swearing for humor, and we're going straight to you know, decent suits. Like they're not bad. Like the miniature works fine. Like that's not the problem with the movie.
Eh, no, the movie, it's the script.
It's the script and the way that and Dino forcing the hand, the fake hand in, like right here, you can tell that the hand's not. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So at this point, he'd done some TV movies. Kerwin basically could get away with a mustache in the 80s. That was like his claim to fame.
Uh,
What do we got here? Oh yeah, he was the husband in Love Field. That was about as legit as he ever got. He was on Roseanne for a second. Oh, King Kong the Living Legend, a documentary special to promote the release of King Kong Lives, the grand opening of the King Kong attraction at the Universal theme park, as well as a look back in history at Kong in the movies.
yeah, I remember that.
Mother, okay, if they seriously have new footage of Charles Grodin, I need to find this shit.
I remember that special, though.
Okay, so he's captured the monkey.
Well, dude looks like Scheider.
But we are wasting absolutely no time here, kids. It is 10 minutes in, and we've already got a first giant effects sequence.
Yeah.
I mean, giant effects sequence being running a very nice scene shot on an expensive train set. So they put, are the natives regularly just knocking Queen Kong out when she rampages?
Probably, because they had it down pat right there.
Yeah.
Unless they had really prepared for that in case it happens.
They were using him as bait. That's the subplot. That's like they were trying to get rid of. That's your funny comic book prequel to this is that the natives were scheming to get rid of Queen Kong and they found this idiot Jack Colton wannabe and they set it up.
That would have made that so much better.
Mm-hmm. But this is also the era of let's have one of your unrelated sequel actors vaguely resemble your hero from the previous movie. So, like,
Yeah.
isn't Jeff Bridges back? I wasn't paying enough attention. That's how we got to things like what was it, Kazam or Shazam or whatever with Sinbad. Just
Mm.
too much confusion.
Oh God.
Yep. Is he dressed like Charles Grodin from the last movie?
You got the hat.
So, okay, Charles Grodin was in a fucking. She's got a crush on you, bud. Boop, boop, boop. It's like a fucking townsperson in a Friday the 13th movie.
Hmm.
Um, no, I lost my train of thought there. That is an outfit. Oh no, Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin was in a fucking Corman movie at this point. Charles Grodin, Dino should have tacked in another $500,000 and gotten Charles Grodin back for this.
Oh god.
Yep. Did they do okay? John Gullerman had been making movies since the 1950s. And I'm not sure he made a movie with Tanya Roberts and got more affect out of Tanya Roberts than Linda Hamilton ever displays here.
Eh, she has an excuse though. It's like
Yeah, I mean it's
again,
fucking terrible.
it's
She doesn't
yeah.
have that much of an excuse
She
though.
doesn't have yeah. It's not really.
I was just listening to this podcast that was talking about how when you try to make a crowd look big, you put the camera up high. We just saw back there was them trying to make it
Everybody
look like it was a riot, and
piled
it
on
was
top of each other.
because what we have here, what we aren't going to address is we aren't going to address the reality of a world with giant monkeys, right? Like, what's Monarch been up to the last 10 years trying to find the other giant apes, right? Like,
Mm.
somebody would have looked for more, theoretically. But, like, you don't want to, like, deal with that level of shit. Like, you don't world build in the 1980s.
Not really. No, if you do it with the simplest out of the, it, like continuity wasn't a thing.
No, Star Wars was basically the only one with continuity, and that was such giant strokes of continuity, right? Like, Luke,
And
I am your
again,
father. Um,
that's back when, they only had the three,
yeah,
and that's all we needed.
this jank ass surgery team. So I'm
Uh,
pretty sure this was one of the first movies to film in Atlanta, probably in a studio now owned by Tyler Perry.
giant heart.
Yeah, now we're doing the fucking heart transplant. Okay, so that was Kong in the close up. Okay. So, but as we watched last week, Kong in the 76 King Kong was not like uh if there was a time that America, fell in love with Kong, it was not when he was rampaging in New York, the last movie, right? Like,
Uh,
so it's not like this would be a better sequel to King Kong versus Godzilla than King Kong, right? Like, because he was, I don't know. I'm just in terms of anticipation because who's watching this? Like, who's this for?
well, back then,
It's for kids, but
yeah, back then it was about the spectacle of it. This is as big as we could have got. And what, at this point, Kong 76 had become a thing, you know, and reruns on cable. And,
mm, I feel like the ride carried
and then the
most.
ride. Yeah, the ride, everybody was anticipation of the ride because it was based on 76.
And
You get in there and it's New York.
the yeah, that is kind of a thing. Is that while roller coaster has roller coaster culture just like died off?
Well, it's
Like,
still around because they
it's
make the
still
craziest shit. Like,
okay. But I mean, like, this used to be a really big deal because this stuff was just coming up, and animatronics was kind of the shit in the 80s for a second.
yeah.
On the low end, you have Chuck E. Cheese, and then on the higher end, you have fuck, I don't know, the penguin. Yeah, it's like they did the robotic penguins in Batman Returns, achieving the dream of the animatronic, and then after that, it was just like, we're done with that. But I think they did do some animatronic dinosaurs in the Jurassic Parks, at least the first two.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like T Rex was one, and
Yeah,
I'm sure a couple of the raptors.
yeah. Because you could spend the money on it and then you could shuffle it off to the theme park and amortize your investment or whatever.
My problem is Jaws, though. Like
Yeah.
Universal Hollywood still has that shitty looking shark, and it's like y'all could make something better, something a little on the nose than that. After all these years,
Oh God.
mm,
Well, it's also just boring. Like
yeah.
there the problem with the spectacle of this is it's okay, so this is technically a spectacle shot. This is a solid enough spectacle shot, but we got some major problems with it. Who the fuck cares?
And another thing is, this whole sequence is almost like the Enterprise sequence in Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Just
Except that didn't happen.
uh,
Scotty just fucking slams the shuttlecraft into the Enterprise. Oops, sorry, Captain. So I was gonna do the math on what fall Kong survived, like doing the math on you're a 50-foot ape falling off the World Trade Center. What's that like if you're a person? But I'm not going to, but maybe I will before the description. Because that's the other thing is it's just like, yeah, King Kong lived at the end of somebody bought his fucking body. It was not drug out to the
oh
beach.
wow, yikes!
Had RoboCop had not come out at this time. Okay.
There was a black kid waving a Confederate flag.
Oh God. I was gonna say,
Wow,
are there any black people in this shot from Georgia? Oh my
wow.
God. The fuck? Holy shit. Dino De Laurentiis, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here, this is a pretty good, that was a pretty good match shot, all things considered.
Mm.
I mean, I don't think this song is available on the soundtrack, which is a shame. It's so funny. He's Indiana Jones.
Mm.
When we get to the end of the movie, King Kong and Lady Kong will be the top build, just so everybody knows.
Mm.
1980s cheap computer screens.
Uh, Now this is a completely different uh costume
Oh yeah.
than
This
Rick Baker's.
is yeah.
This Kong looks vaguely nothing like.
Yeah, his the brow is entirely different. Like,
Yeah.
no, Kong, don't reach for the light. I like how they didn't even cut the reaction shots right here. Like, she's not concerned in these
Mm-mm.
shots.
No, it's just static.
So, yes, this movie, much like how Superman 2 is about how Superman's never allowed to get laid, this movie is about how King Kong wants to get laid.
Okay, so you could tell them apart because
I mean,
Lady Kong and she's got yeah.
she's got some justices. But yes, she also their ears are weird in this too. Like they had to make it more realistic.
Mm.
Okay, what did they
Uh,
think Kong was going to be doing during this shot? Like, here's the equivalent of our Kong jumping up and down in the what do you call it? The cargo hold, the
yeah.
oil tanker. Ooh, wow. So um okay, here's where we establish she's a kick-ass girl with a Jeep pickup.
All right.
You're having your fucking party
Marching there.
with her heels.
There's something about like, is it the film stock or
Yeah,
it
it's
looks it looks like an episode of Manimal. Like it doesn't look like a movie. Like
no. It's like the worst of um
that's not Panavision.
it's not actually. It's I think it's Super 35. So yeah, in the 80s, speaking of Linda Hamilton and James Cameron, there was a format called Super 35 where, and you gotta, this, the weird thing about when you think about film stock is you need to think about the physical size of it and the so the Super 35, what they were able to do was they were able to shoot basically for video, and then you would crop it for the theater. So it would be, I'm getting less of the picture, though the theory is it was framed for Panavision. It just happened to be shot in Super 30. It was just VHS safe. So this was like one of the solutions to, doing a home video transfer. It'd be a lot cheaper just to release the full thing. Um, but it's still framed for Panavision.
Mhm.
But that makes me wonder if there's some like unfinished effects in the full frame version. But yeah, no, it's because there's a big difference between this is like a big budget Return of Swamp Thing, basically.
Yeah. Return of Swamp Thing with a bigger budget.
Yeah, without Louis Jourdan. So we're 27 minutes in, and Brian Kerwin is now the hero. I mean, he's on the right side of history now. Here we get a nice model shot, just Kong letting himself out of his little accessory set there
Yeah, look at that.
from the model trains. Here we get a. How did they not get Vito, what's his face, who was in the Vito D'Ambrosio or whatever that guy's name is, who's in the Flash as one of the cops. Or Joe Grafassi. That's a Joe Grafassi cameo.
Yeah. Hey now, get back.
So
Oh wow.
this movie just like has no the C cast, right? Like, so you've got Linda Hamilton and Brian Kerwin,
Irwin.
and then you got these two fuck nuggets. But like the C cast is all these local Atlanta actors, and it's just kind of like that's not it's not a real enough movie in some ways. It feels like an Empire picture too.
Yeah, but I want to know who who did John Ashton owe a favor to end up in this?
I bet he was the highest paid. Beverly Hills Cops, John
Right.
Ashton,
Because this is
stars.
before two.
This is before two.
This is before two, and he was still riding high on the first one. So
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, with the script, it comes off like it's a fucking local car, a really good local car commercial too. Like,
yeah, it's just a movie called King Kong Lives should be a little more. I mean, this is the first big, I guess, action sequence of it, but it's
and
really
so
not. It's pretty
yeah,
underwhelming.
and
Boy.
they're doing a bunch of shots they can't do, right? Like,
Yeah, because a lot of it is POV.
what's up, baby?
You had a lot of POV shots.
You got a lot of fucking like it's like a Richard Lester fucking scene here.
Yeah. Oh! People, yeah, eyes wide open and mouths
But
all dropped.
like, just think about how many stupid fucking cars were just waiting to drive into another car in this thing, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
that, that car blew up fast for even the A team. Jesus.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Ben Burett.
Eesh.
Okay, but here's the other thing about this movie is in the first one, until the helicopters, it's never why is that why is there a SWAT from the university
Yeah. Hold
oh, it is Georgia. I'm sure maybe they do a fucking SWAT team on their
on.
university things. Um okay, so scale wise, here we've got Kong with a new heart. He's just, it's that electronic. It's, proof that Tony Stark has a heart. Bunch of destroyed campers.
Oh God. Well, away he goes.
Yep.
Linda Hamilton looking about as miserable as Nancy Allen in Poltergeist 3.
She does look very upset. Like, just like,
Yeah.
this is what life was like before cell phones, folks. She could have just texted him. Oh God, he's gonna have a vest on.
Oh yeah,
So,
every man of action's got to have a vest.
in hindsight, is this just them ripping off Close Encounters?
In a way.
Is this just them ripping off the second act of Close Encounters? Like, I hadn't thought about it in that context, but oh God, that's a miniature. He's that. I don't know that that was a real background. Oh, okay, Colonel Nevitt. So we're 35 minutes in, and now we're gonna get to meet the heavy soon. Oh, they should have just gotten Chuck Norris for this part.
Oh, but you see, Chuck Norris would have to win.
I know that is the problem, but this is the problem. Is this would have been the right part for like Chuck Norris, like, but yes, Chuck Norris would never allow himself to be the joke, even though um, he is very much the joke. But speaking of the joke, John Ashton, ladies and gentlemen,
His right hand looks familiar. I think
yeah.
he was in something else. We do things different down here in Beverly Hills.
So, despite being in one of the 80s big hit franchises, I like how that's not even like a good fake sign. John Ashton sort of. Oh no, he's in Midnight Run.
Yep.
Yeah. So no, like he really shouldn't have done this. Yeah. Okay. So
What Midnight Run later though?
just yeah, but 87 or no, 88. But still, like
Yeah.
maybe he'd learned a lesson from this. Why would you give me a snake, you fucking asshole? Also gone
Really?
in this universe are the world of giant snakes, unfortunately. We will not meet any
No,
more.
because there's nothing giant in America.
Yeah. Except the cars. Boop, boop.
Right.
No, because this is not made by Paul Verhoeven, though that would have been fucking amazing.
Here we have the Kongs frolicking with each other, and
The
looks like
flirtation scene.
Kong's a little hurt here.
Yep. She she didn't want to fucking play with his oh
Oh my God. This
oh look at my little owie. Give it a kissy. Oh.
I remember back then, like, what the fuck,
Well, the
man. Like,
problem is that the other thing with the suits are they're suits that look like the giant shit. Yeah, yeah, baby. Oh,
there's
did
this
he just
the
grabbed her
smile
ass.
mask.
He just grabbed her ass. Like 100%, he just grabbed her
Mhm.
ass.
There's the smile mask that just it's like, dude, come on.
But yeah, no, the suits are made to look like the life size, which looks like it's got that weird upper body thing going on. So, oh God,
Yeah, Kerwin does the scared face really well.
yeah.
He looks like a Dollar General Michael Pare.
Oh, damn, damn. I was just gonna say he looks like a working class Ted McGinley, but what is he on? Where he's like really funny? Oh, Shrinking.
Hmm. McGinley?
Yeah, he's the neighbor's wife or the neighbor's husband on Shrinking.
See, now I don't know why he didn't like parlay the whole patron saint of shark jumping to, he could have played that really well.
Okay, hold on, everybody. We're about to get an action sequence. You know, when you go to the state park and it seems really scary? Here we go. What if that were an action sequence? Jesus, look at those fucking shoulder pads.
Whoa.
Holy shit, look at that. Oh, and she did her own stunt. Wow.
Oh, this is them being the Bickersons. They,
Yeah.
they ripped. They totally ripped from Romancing the Stone,
Yeah.
which we did recently.
Hmm. And, so everybody, if you are wondering why you're getting Linda Hamilton's midriff, it is because this is 1986, baby, and we're gonna give you some nudity. We still make our actresses do some nudity in Dino De Laurentiis productions. Oh God.
See Red Sonja for the most gratuitous.
Isn't that like PG too? Like
Yeah.
we might have to do our Conan Red Sonja season. Is there ever going to be a Red Sonja movie though? A new one?
Thought they were doing one.
Well, it didn't survive. Well, it was going to be Robert Rodriguez. Then it was going to be Brian Singer. I don't know who it's going to be now.
Yeah, they said they were literally doing one like recently,
Hmm.
but whatever.
Didn't they do an animated movie?
No, I don't think
Hmm.
so.
Jesus, look at those shoulder pads. Ooh, you need me. Oh, yeah. Um, ooh, God.
It's just not. Their chemistry is just nil. Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Oh God, that's right. So this is the other thing, folks. you would have this like nudity teasing build throughout movies. Um, if it was, a Revenge of the Nerds movie, it would
Oh,
be
Revenge of the
like,
Nerds got had it all.
yeah. And then, like, if you were a USA Up All Night movie that actually, was the uncut VHS version, well, that's a bad Matt. Um, it's like a good and bad Matt. It's like the photography's just wrong on both ends of it. But yeah, it was just it was a thing that I guess you would say it's a soft core trick. So that's what you had in King Kong Lives, a movie for people to go see in malls in as a reminder of their trip to Universal Studios, or a way of telling the kid that he doesn't get to go to Universal Studios. He gets to
Right.
go watch.
Well, you don't get to go see Kong, but we could go see him in the movies.
We can go watch Lady Kong groom him. We should fuck too. Kong Island. So that is, I believe, what will be the last reference to the original in some ways, is that
Mm.
there is a Kong Island that people are familiar with, which theoretically would have been, exploited by the monarch of this universe. Why is her hair always like, she
Mm.
doesn't have good hair in the movie, but they really like that style she's got. So
Oh yeah, it looks like well done.
yeah, she's just
Every
gotten out of
shot.
the salon, but
And then again, his looks well,
yeah,
blow dried and
it's the 80s, baby. But yeah, just close your eyes and listen to the music, and it's a good score. Okay, let's fuck. PG
yeah,
13, baby. This isn't a kids movie.
well,
So here's your alternate to the blue lights of Crystal Lake. Just your fucking
just be
shitty,
on a sound stage somewhere.
yeah, like,
Just use a spotlight. Damn stage lights. Mhm.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
Why are his eyebrows so much in like much more plucked than hers? Oh,
oh, Oh, are we finally getting into another action sequence?
Ish.
All right.
You gotta wait a bit. Uh-huh. There you go, kids. So he's getting her flowers. He's gonna court her with trees. But now they're being gassed. So I would imagine that Dino, there has to be a component where Godzilla coming back like
Hmm.
affected this. Like
Well, yeah, that was part of it, but I think again the big push was the
the ride.
bride
Ooh, look
because
at that weird ass slow mo and that composite. Nice, cool. But yeah, so I mean, this movie's entirely about like people being super shitty to King Kong and Lady Kong. And
and it's sort of a cautionary tale to those who are cruel to animals, I guess.
yeah, very lightly. Because as I recall, there's a lengthy sequence where we will have rednecks torture Kong. Um,
This shit isn't even halfway over, is it? God.
we're just about there. We're just about there. And
Oh my god.
it's only 105 minutes. So think about
Yeah, I
how
thought this was
fucking
short. Like,
yeah, it's just interminable.
I mean, I remember it being bad, but yeesh.
Okay. You gonna throw a rock at him or something? Okay. Is he gonna get one of the choppers? I think he might jump and get one of the choppers. And it hurts his heart. We missed talking about this. So the heart's got Wi-Fi. And so Linda Hamilton's got a briefcase computer that's got the
It's a tracker, isn't it?
yeah.
Like
Yeah, and she can see how his heart's doing.
a heart monitor.
She's entirely dispassionate again as she watches this stuff. And it's like, Linda Hamilton, your entire career has been in genre like shit. You should know how to fake looking at the tennis ball.
I think though she accepted it after this.
Okay. So this is where she thought she still had a
She was still
chance.
gonna try to be you know, a straightforward actress, but
What? All right, we gotta look at Hamilton's career. Because didn't she play the girlfriend in something? Just like
yeah, a couple of times. But she took herself very seriously, I think. She wasn't ready
okay.
to laugh about it. Yeah, she was Children of the Corn.
That's right. I think I watched that and have absolutely no memory of it.
Well,
Finally. Okay,
it's
so then she did the Stone Boy. Oh no, she wasn't even
it
anywhere near
tagged
the
the
top.
assassination game. Right? I think that was one.
Secret Weapons, where she played Soviet high school girls are sent to the US where they are taught to become secret agents and use sex to find information. Okay. Oh my god, what the fuck is this movie with Gina Davis?
No.
Huh? All right. Okay, she was in Black Moon Rising this year as
Yeah, that
well.
one too.
And
I
then she
remember
did
that.
that And then, okay, so yes, Beauty and the Beast was the next year. Then she did Mr. Destiny. That's the one where she was just the girlfriend. And then post Terminator 2, she did a couple things: Silent Rain, Dante's Peak, The Shadow Conspiracy. Um, that's one hell of a weird cast, Shadow Conspiracy. Paul Gleason's in it.
Mm.
Um, and Ben Gaza as Vice President Sex. I'm sorry, Gazara. Um, but is that like basically the last time she did movies? Yeah, she kind of just stopped trying
Mm.
to worry about keeping up with movies in a second.
Well, there was also the whole James Cameron divorce debacle, which
Right, they were
completely
married.
derailed her.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
97 to 99. They really made it happen.
Mm.
But they had to have been dating before that, right?
Probably.
91.
This movie sucks. God, get it.
She got 50 million. Um, in the divorce,
Uh-huh.
but it sounds like she had a lot going on. So
Yeah, there was.
she
Yeah,
had a lot of
shit.
business going on. So she had a rough time, regardless of. Yeah, fucker. I like how this. I don't think the soldiers in back are getting rained on.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So we're now over halfway. Primate holding division. So were you paying attention? This is possibly also where the Brat Patrol was filmed.
Oh yeah, Sean Astin and his buddies
Yeah.
riding bikes past the.
Well, Tim Thomerson is the dad.
Oh god.
Why isn't this Tim Thomerson? I don't even think they don't even have that in this. They don't have like
Mm.
any fun um dopey guys or anything. Like all we're going to get is mistreatment of incredibly rare endangered species and rednecks. Oh my god, that is Michael J. Starr.
Yeah.
Okay, I was completely wrong, everybody. I said this wasn't going to be in the movie, and it was in the next scene. Uh, what was Mike Starr's peak?
Oh gee, it's hard to say. It was like mid to late '80s.
Mike Starr, cell guard number 2.
He did a lot.
He did do a lot. He was a regular on that Edge show. Um, he was a regular on Easy Streets. He was in Two If by Sea. That's right. He was in Clockers. He was in Dumb and Dumber, Ed Wood, Trial by Jury. Oh shit, he was in a bunch of stuff like 94. He was in On Deadly Ground as Big Mike. I'd forgotten that. Oh, 93. Mad Dog and Glory. He had a like supporting part, but it was like a big part. He was in The Bodyguard.
Yeah, I
He was
just saw
in
that.
Miller's Crossing. He was in Goodfellas. He was Pooter the Clown in Uncle Buck, which I do not remember.
Yeah, I think he's the one that he punched out the clown that comes to the kids' party
Okay.
drunk.
This is the same year he was in Offbeat.
Oh wow, is that Judge Reinhold?
That is Judge Reinhold. Judge Reinhold and Michael Dinner, the director of Heaven Help Us, which holds up. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure nothing else this guy ever did was ever good because it's a bunch of crap. Um, I mean, maybe his American Playhouse episode was good. Miss Lonely Hearts with Ed Roberts, or not Ed. Wow, that's not even a person. Eric Roberts. Check this shit out.
mm,
Um, so yeah, I guess Mike Starr's our biggest supporting player. Since other than the two science eggheads. I think we are going to get them in archive footage credits for Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges. Ugh.
I really think she's playing it straight. Like,
Yeah, I don't think she gets it. Okay, here we go. The Return of Kong and our biggest. This was your most impressive miniature set, even though we are going to cut in between very fake crocodiles.
yeah, that's supposed to be a an alligator, a croc. Oh, that was
Yep,
quick.
yep.
What the?
Man, where's Rick Baker when you need him? So he has captured a bunch of,
Like a handful
yeah,
that were just
but
laying there. Like,
yeah, but the problem is that they're not good like what the fuck? They were like, any fucking rubber lizard will do as a stand-in for these. And it's like, no, dude, it won't. Also, he's eaten so many to the bone. So
yeah,
I
he's
mean,
got
I
the itis
know,
now.
yeah. It's so boring. How can it be boring? It's about a giant monkey.
Yeah, it's about Kong and uh, damn.
Ooh. He's moonstruck if you think about it.
Uh,
Waka waka.
Mhm.
Okay. It's been another 7 minutes, and now we're kind of approaching the third act, I guess. I don't know.
Ugh.
Haven't seen her for months. So we don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, like we're just jumping ahead an indeterminate period of time and not dealing with it.
This movie sucks so bad. God.
Okay. Gotta. Ooh, down he goes. So Kong and Lady Kong have not hurt any civilians, right? Like
No.
the
They ran off.
they ran off. Everybody thinks Kong's dead, but he's living in the fucking Georgia wilderness.
Now, Kong hit his head upside a rock.
Yep.
In a longer, more creative film, he could have gotten amnesia.
Oh, hell yeah. He gets amnesia and he forgets that he's a monkey. And it's like Muppets Take Manhattan. He goes and gets a job
Right.
with a bunch of
Kermit,
other.
it's you, Kermit. He starts roasted Miss Piggy.
Yep.
I guess you can sure bring home the bacon.
Okay. So if you build yourself a giant train set, here we go, tying into return speaking of return to swamp thing. Um yeah, I mean we're seriously just gonna have this is really concerning in so many ways. Ah,
But you know what? I like it better than the sequence in friggin' The Lost World where
oh
the dinosaurs run amok.
yeah, that's
Everybody's got a boat. Oh, Jesus. No.
mhm. Well, it's funny because it is kind of like exploitation. Like,
Yeah, this now it's just a straight up B movie.
like Jaws.
Yep. Uh, Maybe this movie should have had Roy Scheider in it. That would be funny as hell. He would refuse to do Jaws, but then
When
get
he did
convinced to do
this, he
this
ended
shit.
up in this. That would have been
Yeah.
great. That would have been especially funny because then Michael Caine would have been like, "At least I wasn't in King Kong Lives." Like, Sheena is better than this, right? Like,
I haven't seen Sheena shit probably since the 80s.
because like Sheena's got cute animal sidekicks,
Mm.
and
Yeah, and it's not shot in bland fucking.
no, it's not shot in Blando Vision.
Yeah.
It's not shot in Touchstone. There you go. That's what this is shot in Touchstone. It gives big
Although
Touchstone.
some of these sets here do look like Sheena sets,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me question whether or not they shot it over there or not.
Oh God. Okay. I mean, they're doing better reactions than fucking Linda Hamilton does to the composites.
Yeah.
That is not much of a Kong roar.
Oh God. A lot of it sounds like Hulk. They just use some of the Hulk roars. I think this had a card set too.
Oh damn, did it? That might
Remember
have
back
been.
in the day, the fucking
Everything
card
had
set.
fucking card sets, yeah, but like shit, I had the Jaws. I got the Jaws 3 card set off eBay at one point.
Oh wait,
Okay, so that makes no sense with the sort of setup we just had established. He was walking above them. It wouldn't
yeah,
make
but
any sense that he would fall below them for this. Oh, look, it's really Kong, everybody. Dino De Laurentiis made a full size Kong again. There he isn't.
the head.
Mm-hmm. The back of the head. Oh my God. The saddest part is this isn't even like unrealistic. Like, this is the most realistic part of the fucking thing. Wasn't there a fifth one?
Thought so.
Wow.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they beat down the one that's trying to talk since.
Yeah. Um,
Oh.
mhm. Like, how did they not even? Somebody was like, "You are not putting a fucking match near my outfit. Like, it'll light on fire." All right.
Oh.
So now, pretty much all the justification for hunting Kong down is that he was mean to these guys for the rest of the movie. Oh shit, he eats them. That's right. We got that coming. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, we got a big hand. Got you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yum, yum. Oh, he doesn't eat him? He just tears him out. Maybe he eats this
Yeah.
one. Bites his head off or some shit. Yeah, because this is really interesting watching Kong claw at a fucking rock cliff. Oh, God. Oof.
Oh no.
Kong knows physics. That's a different fucking
Yeah.
mask, too. Oh, God, it's so boring. Oh, wow. Um,
No, man.
no, you couldn't get away with that, Carlo Rambaldi. You couldn't actually get away with it. Uh, there's a boulder in there. Dude, is his eye shadow fucked up? Like, is his Bruce Wayne eyeshadow fucked up?
In one of a couple of shots, it was.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a heart attack coming now. Oh, that's the end of the scene. Sure hope Linda Hamilton is around.
Urgh.
No, we don't get a reaction shot from Linda Hamilton.
Oh,
Oh, wow. I like their Tommy Bahamas, though. Look at this outfit. This is the
yeah.
first outfit they've had that hasn't been.
They kind of match.
Yeah, this is their Jewel of the Nile outfit. I'm not sure I need to be able to see down Brian Kerwin's shirt enough to see his belly button, but whatever. Mom. Okay. So she's pressing the button that's going to correct his heart, but then he doesn't let her finish it. Pong steps on it, and now he's fucked. It's a it's a briefcase computer.
hmm
She could have just carried it over with her.
Yeah, it would
Now
have
he's
made
gonna
more sense.
fucking die. Wah.
God, the sets on the Flintstones look more real than this
What
shit.
is going on in this shot? I can't remember. Oh, what? He's killed now. They'll never forgive him. They could have just had them see the hunters do this and run to get there, but
God, another day.
Yep. I think, hold on. Is that our act break? I think it kind of is. Okay, so somewhat famously, Dan O'Bannon said that Dan O'Bannon, co-writer of Alien, collaborator with Ronald Shusett, who wrote this movie with the guy who wrote Firewalker or whatever. Um, Dan O'Bannon like either had a book of screenwriting or something, and he said something about how the second act ends when things are in the worst case for the characters, and then the third act is about the resolution of that. Oh, there's a Piggly Wiggly. So what we're basically saying though is that was our act break, and it's that Kong's got a bum ticker, and they're gonna kill him for killing those hunters.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
like
Eesh.
fucking cheap ass news things. Oh, 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 Kong's gonna fuck up their car.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. My dad's car.
That shit was in
Mm-hmm.
there for nothing.
Mm-hmm. We
Fuck.
can get a cool car model. Okay, so now we have like these slightly, these are comedy beat scenes, except they're coming as the world's about to kill Kong. So it's just like, if you want to do comedy beats, do them like some other time. Are they intentionally trying to capture him at a quarry, or is this just where they were able to film? What is
Using footage from other movies.
like that's not even what
Oh, they know he's coming to Lady Kong, I guess.
wait a second, wait a second. Are they flying to rescue Lady Kong? What is Spider-Man? Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man episodes were better paced than this.
So that whole, what, 2, 3 minutes was an entire day.
Mm-hmm. I think this is it,
Yeah,
actually.
it's gotta be.
They still got to find out she's preggers.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. They got how many fucking soldiers there? And nobody saw the giant fucking 50-foot ape a second ago. Like, I feel like the scale's off on that shot. Does he eat John Ashton or just step on him?
Thought he ate him.
We'll find out. Okay, so here
Or he
we go.
might step on him because I think that's a trailer shot.
Yeah, Kong's throwing dirt here. which implies he could have gone around them, right? Like all of this is implying that he could have found some other place to get in there.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here we go. This is very Richard III. Leonard Maltin makes fun of this for ripping off the ending from Spartacus, but I'll make fun of Richard III, the Ian McKellen, for ripping off the ending of this with John Ashton here. Okay.
Yeah, because
Yes,
he's a little too
he gets
he's
knocked
he's
off one vehicle.
he's off the deep end now.
Yeah. How did they not just get Sergeant Slaughter?
Oh God. Yeah.
One of the Godzilla movies basically does that. I think it's is it Final Wars?
Right. They get a
Yeah.
the guy who looks like the dude from Final Fight
Yeah.
with the mustache.
Yep. I want to see that again. I remember that being pretty fun.
Oh shit. Godzilla channel.
Yep. Finally.
They play it pretty often too, I think. That one in Space Godzilla.
Space Godzilla. That's my shit. Dirt bikes. Godzilla movies need dirt bikes. Oh. Well, and that's an interesting comparison, right? Because like we had that overhead shot of the Kong, them flying over Kong when he was walking around the model. The
Mm,
subsequent Godzilla series that had just kicked off in Japan and technically here with Godzilla 85 would really by that would come back in 89, but they made like the majority of those movies from 90 to I think 95 or 96. And one of the big things was they just had these really giant miniature city sets and they just let their um, men in suits run rampant. But this just had this model shot and then fucking wasted it. Like it was just for that overhead shot. Like
hmm
at least lean into the fucking man in suit shit. Like, but no, instead we've got to deal with Linda Hamilton's stylish boots. I like how she's finally agitated because she's like, the movie's almost fucking over. Movie's almost fucking over, everybody. I'm never doing one of these sci-fi things again. You're never gonna catch me locked in genre. Ooh, what's Beauty and the Beast? I should do that.
Oh man. This is just
Okay, I want
this.
you to I want you to think about something though. Highlander 2 is worse than this.
Yeah, there's a reason why I avoid it whenever it's on.
Like, there were so many terrible fucking movies of the 80s and early 90s that like you can't even there is nobody could ever get the money together for this type of weird shit anymore. Oh, maybe I should have locked that motherfucker up. Like,
Yeah. Oh
you
God.
promised me the moon, Brian Kerwin. I'm gonna fucking put your You're gonna just put some up there to hold it open. Look
Right.
at that fucking model. Oh my god. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Is that where Lady Kong is reaching from in the poster?
Oh shit, that's right. So was Lady Kong wasn't like a surprise though. Like she was in the trailer, right?
No. Or I think they tried to hold it off until
Okay.
like the later half of the marketing.
Okay. But yes, so what you would have then had is those scenes where Brian Kerwin's in Borneo in the hand, you would be implying Kong got to the tropics and or something, like who knows. I feel like that one should have hit Linda Hamilton. Yeah, yeah. What's up, buddy? Yeah. I haven't come to get you these last 6 months because it's unclear. I was eating alligators till I felt better. There's your composites. Wow.
Mm,
Well, we didn't actually think about how she was going to get out of there, but
no. Oh, there we go. There goes that music.
mm-hmm. Oh my god. What happened to Brian Kerwin? He's dessert.
Hmm.
Oh god, is she gonna take the truck? Hey everybody, is there a truck there she can take? Oh, I think there is. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
If you
They're
build it,
coming.
they will come.
Mm.
Yeah, as we will note here, we do not have the blue lights of Crystal Lake. Instead, we just have fucking the spotlights of wow. Okay, so NRA guy there was in one of the previous Hunter scenes. So
Mm.
clearly he was like, I will only be in your movie if I can wear my NRA cap.
Oh my god.
Yep.
What the oh
Yep.
gee. It's a cartoon now.
Yep.
It's not even
Do they at least do they kill the rednecks? Damn it. Fuck this movie. Come on. They're just gonna spread Rona. Step on them, Kong. Oh shit, that's right.
oh god.
Much longer.
Eh.
Oh god, 15 minutes. Come on. Oh shit, everybody. Didn't you notice I had this belly? Hey, what are these fucking soldiers doing here? This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Nah, come on.
Ugh. He looks kind of like a werewolf there.
Yeah. Oh, so Linda Hamilton already noticed she was preggers, so we missed that.
Well, that one shot's not bad.
Yeah. So this was also, I mean, it was a little, no, it wasn't really that early. This was also the era of your G.I. Joe toys. So your military vehicles of varying realism. So King Kong versus evil GI Joe would not have been a too much of a stretch, but
Nah.
Dino wasn't willing to pay for full GI Joe toys.
Ish.
There he goes. That's oh fuck, that's right. He
Oh yeah,
dies
he's
in a
gonna step on
graveyard.
him. That's enough.
Come on, just finish it.
Really, a bullet from a gun shouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
probably not. Yeah, he's
crunch.
gotta. Yeah, like Stan Winston made Pumpkinhead around this time, right? Why didn't they just say Stan Winston make us a King Kong movie? We'll let you direct it. How exciting! So here's our big drama, everybody. It's
Oh, that's the
Kong
big one.
falling down, wall. Linda Hamilton and Brian Kerwin look in the wrong direction.
Oh no.
And no girl's about to have the easiest labor in movie history. God, that fucking suit. That suit looks like the drawing, like the bad fucking
Yeah, the drawing from
96
the
Kong
poster.
drawing. Yeah. Like, this is what Rick Baker brought. He brought somebody going, no, dude, you don't have to do the big shoulders so it fits your stupid animatronic, Dino. Invest in match shots. And presumably all the soldiers are like, "Ah, this is so fucking cute."
Yeah, like they've stopped trying to kill
Yep.
anybody.
Show him your baby. He wants to see. He'll probably just kill it because,
Mhm.
you are great
That's
apes.
Animal
And
Kingdom.
yeah, it's Animal Kingdom and all. He won't like the smell and you'll throw it across. You can try again. I don't know what the gestation period of an ape is, but I'm pretty sure it's longer than this is. Also, dude's way too small. He should be Mighty Joe Young size, I'd say. He also should
Yeah,
look like a baby ape, right? Like he should look like a big
right.
baby ape, not like a fucking.
Damn near full grown.
All right. He shouldn't look like a Spirit Halloween's most expensive ape suit.
Oh god.
Well, my issue with this was always that Kong's not like we don't have some implication he couldn't reach for it at this point, right? Like he's not struggling. Like
Oh no. What the
I wonder what movie John Scott was watching when he composed the score. I don't think it was this one. Ah, ah. Fucking weird.
Yeah, what in the hell?
Well, because he's not a baby. Like, right? Like, he's not.
Well, they have to explain it as that probably this is how Kongs come out.
No.
Remember, Kong is not an actual ape.
That's
He's
true. Oh, he just fucking died. Oh, oh. We can't even get a good dead composite. Linda Hamilton's kneeling down to pick his nose. That is another big problem with the nostrils on this one. The nostrils clearly are shallow in all of these things. And you're
Mm,
just like, Rick Baker wouldn't have that.
no.
As much as I do like the score, it doesn't fit the movie. Like the scenes, like this is
No.
entirely inappropriate. John Scott's just like, what am I watching? Not this.
I think he just composed some music and they threw it in.
He's a very James Hornery. Like, there's
Oh
a
boy.
lot of people that time forgotten this. Like, John Scott's got his pretty, and then he's got his, which is kind of like John Barry. Like, pretty much until the 2000s or whatever, John Williams was one of the few people who did not have a repeat type thing he was doing on the regular. Okay, NRA cap is there again. Okay, return to Borneo.
This was the corniest fucking ending to this shit.
Now,
God damn.
this came after the great Tarzan off of. Okay, she's
84.
picking flowers. It was earlier than that. It was like 82, wasn't it? 81, 82.
81,
Where
82.
you tried to go legit with Greystoke, and then you tried to go smutty with Tarzan of the Apes or whatever, and
Oh,
Bo
the Bo
Derek.
Derek one.
Yeah. So though Greystoke had a lot of monkeys in it from Rick Baker. I think it was Rick Baker again, wasn't it? Anyway, um, so why the fuck they didn't like Dino really thought Carlo Rambaldi was going to do some great work. He, of course, is infamous for creating. Did he actually do the ET effects or just?
He designed
Yeah,
E.T.
he just designed ET, didn't do the
Holy
effects.
shit. They did get
They did.
credited
I told you.
before
Um,
Linda Hamilton.
yep, yep. And here we have our shot from Ewoks TV
Ugh.
movie one there. So Major Pete is Jimmy Ray Weeks. I believe that is the familiar looking guy. I think that'll be the last familiar name in the credits. Mike Starr. No,
Mike
Mike
Starr.
Starr. Second to last. I wonder what female in the crowd did to get that billing. Based on King Kong, created by casting associate Michelle Gullerman. So John Gullerman got his wife or kid a job on this. Um, Miniature Uden, it was British, so we'll have to see. Maybe they did some of the miniature effects in the UK. That'd be interesting. Potentially interesting. The credits are only 3 minutes, though. That's nice.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, dude. This
special effects department. Look for a bunch of names you do not recognize.
effectsman. Joe Lombardi. Les Pendleton.
Mm.
Gordon Izod.
Okay, miniature. Any of these miniature people name popping? Not yet. Miniature tree production foreman. I guess there's somebody who had to make a lot of miniature trees for this. Oh,
Action miniatures.
mhm.
Oh,
The
look.
Rimbaldi sons, yeah. Second unit AOCI, so I bet that's Italy. Oh, come on. Come on. We can do it.
Oof.
Recorded at Bavaria Music Studios. Oh,
Unit.
shit. Uh, a truly international production.
Yeah. A lot of Ramboldi, Oliolis. Mm.
Come on. Catering by DEG Film Studios Inc. Interesting.
Well, they also released
Oh, damn. I'm sorry. It filmed in Tennessee and North Carolina. It did not film in whatever. I
De
apologize,
Laurentiis.
folks.
De Laurentiis was responsible for Transformers the movie.
Really? I mean, but
Yeah.
he didn't own the property,
No, he didn't own the property. I think they released it under his
right?
production.
Okay. Is there a good list of other films produced by De Laurentiis in this era? Let's see here. Ooh, supposedly. Oh no, this was the final film in which Kong was used with suits and practical effects.
Mm.
Um, budget 18 million, might have made 50. Okay. De Laurentiis Entertainment Group is notable for producing Manhunter, Blue Velvet, Near Dark, Evil Dead 2, King Kong Lives, Bill and Ted 1, and distributing Transformers. It also did Raw Deal, Maximum Overdrive, Radioactive Dreams, Crimes of the Heart, Bedroom Window, From the Hip, The
Wow.
$1 Million Mystery,
Oh, that was terrible. God, that was
which
like
killed
Rat
a
Race in the 80s.
stuntman. Yep, with Tom Bosley and Eddie Deason. Nope, we're not
Mm.
doing that. Weeds, which was, yes, that was the Nick
Nick
Nolte
Nolte.
hiding out. Date with
John
an
Cryer.
date with an angel.
Yeesh.
Which might have been the second Tom McLaughlin movie done by
You mentioned
uh,
Dune, right?
no, because
Dune was the
Dune was Universal. Dune was not. He just produced that. That was pre his own company. Um, DEG did actually distribute Pumpkinhead, so he could have gotten in business with what's his face, Stan Winston. Dracula's Widow, which was probably terrible. Oh wow, that's Lenny Van Dolen. Okay, Christopher Coppola. Okay, Bill and Ted 1, Collision Course in '92, which was Pat Morita and
and Jay Leno.
Jay Leno. Filmed in '89, not released until '92, when they were like, oh wow, Jay Leno's even worse at this than we thought he was going to be. And then finally Rampage, which was delayed from 1987. So basically Bill and Ted's is the last and Raw Deal was the first. But all of these movies were released between 1986 and 1989, February 1989. So for a very brief period, De Laurentiis
Yeah, he was all
tried
over
to
the
do
place.
it. Yep. Okay. And DEG had the earliest version of Total Recall in pre-production with Patrick Swayze as Quaid. Was going to be shot in Australia. When the company went bankrupt, the film went to Carolico and history was made.
Mm.
Okay, well, yeah, that sucked. So, bummer. Next, do we have? We don't have an announcement for next time, folks, but we'll have something next time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And it won't be as bad as King Kong
Yeah,
Lives.
we gotta
Because
avoid King Kong Lives.
that one brought it out, that one brought
We haven't done anything that bad in a
all the fun
while.
out of the room.
What's the last?
Uh,
I mean, we did do Jewel of the Nile, but
Jewel of the
yeah,
Nile, Whale of the Tail.
yeah.
There's been some bad ones, so yeah. Uh, we'll
Okay.
figure it out.
So yes, we'll be back. I don't know, man.
And shit, if there's any requests, there's a
Yeah.
whole comment section down there. I'm not sure if you guys even go through our banter before and after the movie, but we'd love you guys to just kind of interact just a little bit. We appreciate the likes and subs and everything, but give us something more than just some random comment that we really do not understand. So, like,
Yes.
it's cool. We appreciate it, but yeah, give us a little something, something. We might even shout back.
Yep. Just don't recommend a DEG season, please. I can't.
And no trauma movies,
No
because I'm not sitting through
trauma.
that bullshit.
No. Um, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Uh,
We might even try something new, TV show episodes or something. So